And we are in line 42. 30 more lines to go. And I am getting tired. Okay, and so praying the Lord's strength. So 42, they did not remember his power the day when he redeemed them from the enemy. So in 42, they did not remember his power, so they did not remember his hand that did open that sea, did all that mighty work for them. And not only that, but all the plagues and stuff that were put on the Egyptians. And so they did not remember his power. The day when he redeemed them from the enemy. When he worked his signs in Egypt and his wonders in the field of Zon. So it's like they didn't remember any of that. And then now the next few lines, he's going to start going through and talking about those plagues. 44. So these are the things that he did. Turned their rivers into blood, and their streams that they could not drink. And so that sends us to Exodus 7:20. That says, and Moses and Aaron did so just as the Lord commanded. So he lifted up the rod and struck the waters that were in the river and the sight of Pharaoh and in the sight of the servants. And all the waters that were in the river were turned to blood. And then so this sends us back to what we just read in 78:44 of Psalm. And then also to Psalm 105, lines 29 and 30. Psalm 105, 29 and 30. That says he turned their waters into blood and cured their fish. Their land abounded with frogs, even in the chambers of their kings. And so going back to 78, looking at 45, he sent swarms of flies among them, which devoured them, and frogs, which destroyed them. And so that sends us to Exodus 8:24. Exodus 8:24, that says, and the Lord did so. Thick swarms of flies came into the house of Pharaoh, into his servants' houses, and into all the land of Egypt. The land was corrupted because of the swarms of flies. And so that sends us to Psalm 78:45, what we just read. But it also sends us to Psalm 105:31. And so apparently Psalm 105:31 is going to mimic Psalm 78. And so we'll dive into that when we get there. That says he spoke and there came swarms of flies and lice in all their territory. Going back to Psalm 78. 46. He also gave their crops to the caterpillar and their labor to the locust. And so that sends us to Exodus 10:14. So now we're going to be in Exodus a lot for this one. Exodus 10:14, that says, and the locusts went up over all the land of Egypt and rested on all the territory of Egypt. They were very severe. Previously there had been no such locusts as they, nor shall there be such after them. And then so that sends us to Joel 2, 1 through 11. Joel 2, 1 through 11. That says, blow the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord is coming, for it is at hand. A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, like the morning clouds spread over the mountains. A people come, great and strong, the like of whom has never been, nor will there ever be any such after them, even for many successive generations. 3. A fire devours before them, and behind them a flame burns. The land is like the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Surely nothing shall escape them. 4. Their appearance is like the appearance of horses, and like swift steeds, so they run. With a noise like chariots, over mountain tops they leap. Like the noise of a flaming fire that devours the stubble, like a strong people set in battle array. 6. Before them the people writhe in pain. All faces are drained of color. They run like mighty men. They climb the wall like men of war. Everyone marches in formation, and they do not break ranks. They do not push one another. Everyone marches in his own column, and when they lunge between the weapons, they are not cut down. They run to and fro in the city. They run on the wall. They climb into the houses. They enter at the windows like a thief. The earth quakes before them. The heavens tremble. The sun and moon grow dark, and the stars diminish their brightness. The Lord gives voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For strong is the one who executes his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible. Who can endure it? And so that talks about the prophecy of the imminent of the invasion of Judah. So let's go back to Psalm 78, and then we'll pick it up in the next segment.